My name is Asad Yaqub and I am your IELTS speaking examiner. Are you ready to take your IELTS test? Okay, that's right. Do you study or do you do any job? I am a student and at the moment I'm studying. Alright, let's talk about your free time. Do you have a lot of free time? Yes, I think I've got a lot of free times because I go to the university only for 3 hours in the morning, and after that I am home, and then I'm home all the day, and I got plenty of free time. What do you like to do when you are at home? When I am at home, first of all, I love to read books because I am a good reader. I read books on different things, and I've got a nice library at home as well. So my first preference is to read books. But if I'm bored with book reading, then I prefer watching movies when I'm at home, because I've got a very good sound system and I've got a very good multimedia projector at home. On that I watch my favorite movies, and sometimes I like cooking as well because cooking is my hobby as well. So there are just 3 things whenever I'm home I prefer doing one of those. Do you spend more time with your family or friends? I think I spend most of my time with my family because I'm an indoor type of guy. I prefer staying at home, so most of the time I'm home with my family and I'm reading a book and I'm doing other things. Sometimes I involve my family in my activities as well. But yes, at the weekends I spend time with my friends. We often go out to any restaurant or cafeteria and we sit there and we eat and drink and talk. So I spend little time with my friends, but I spend a lot of time with my family. Where do you go when you go out? Whenever I go out, first of all, I go to any good restaurant because whenever I'm planning a day or I'm planning an evening or afternoon, I prefer to go to a restaurant. There I enjoy my favorite food. But if I'm planning an evening, then I prefer going to a cafeteria. I go to the cafe and there I enjoy my favorite coffee along with the company of my friends, and that's what I do. And if it is winter and there's a sunny day, then I prefer going to a beautiful park because I love going to the park to enjoy nature, birds and trees and all that stuff. Is there enough to do in your hometown? Yes, my hometown has got a lot of things. I mean, you can go to the cinema, you can go to amusement park, you can go to shopping mall, you can go to any park. So there is a variety. I mean, there is a lot of activity in my hometown, and my hometown is famous for all these things. And I always have a lot of options whenever I want to spend my time, whenever I want to go outside for excursion. I've got a lot of options and I can easily do anything. If I want to watch a movie, I can go. If I want to go to a concert, I can do that as well. If I want to go to a park, I can do that as well. So we got a lot of facilities in my hometown. Alright, let's talk about keeping fit. Do you try to keep fit, and how? Yes, I try to keep fit. There are 2 things I do. The first, I take care of what I eat. I mean, I'm very careful about my eating and I don't eat anything which is not good for health. And I also go for walk. So through walk I also keep myself fit, and I'm quite watchful about what I eat. So through diet and through exercise I keep myself fit. Do you think it's important for young people to keep fit? I think it's very important for young people to keep fit because most of the time young people, they spend their time in front of the TV or on mobiles and all that. So for them it's very important to keep fit, and they should also do some exercises, they should do some sports, and with the help of that they can keep themselves fit. But for young people it's more important because now the young people have become couch potatoes and they're not doing any physical activity. Is sport compulsory for school children in your country? Yes, sports are compulsory for school children in my country. There are different sports teams, there are different houses in the schools, and they play football, they play cricket, they play other games as well. And in the school there are the competitions, there are the sports days as well, and there are the sports galas as well, and they arrange these type of activities. And there is a sports period in every school every day where children play a certain game. Do you do any sports? Yes, I do. I play cricket and I'm a good player of cricket. I play cricket every Sunday because of my busy schedule, and I play 2-3 matches with my friends, and cricket is the game I play and I'm quite good at it. Which do you like the best? I like football, although I don't play football, but I like football the most because football is quite exciting. It doesn't take a lot of time, and when you play football, I would say football is an action game and it's quite thrilling. Whenever I watch a football match, I really enjoy that. So I prefer football, although I play cricket, but I love football. Have you ever watched a sporting event live? Yes, I once watched a cricket match in a stadium. It was a match with another team like Pakistan and Sri Lanka, and I went to watch that match. I want to see that match, and that was the first time I saw a live match. But later on I realized when you watch a match on TV, that's much better than watching a match live. But yes, I watched it live as well. Okay, now we move on to IELTS speaking part 2. Here is your topic and here is a pen and paper, and you've got 1 minute time to read the topic and to jot down some notes. After 1 minute you will have to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Your time starts now. You'll now have to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Well, the important decision I had to make, that was after my matriculation studies when I completed my 10th grade and I had to go to college. So there I had to decide upon the subjects, whether I had to take computer science or pre-medical. So it was quite difficult for me and I had to decide between computer sciences and pre-medical, and my interest was in computer sciences, but my parents were forcing me to go towards the medical side. Okay, I had to decide, it was after my matriculation when I got very good marks, and I had to get admission. But before getting admission, I had to fill out the application form to get admission in the college, and on the application form I had to mention whether I was going to study computer sciences or medical. So that is what I had to decide. Well, my teachers helped me a lot in this decision. I asked my parents and they said, you go to medical side, all right, we want you to be a doctor. But I wanted to become an IT expert, and then I asked my teachers, and my teachers recommended me to go to the medical field because that was appropriate and because of its future benefits. My teachers convinced me, and at the end I decided to go for that. Yes, I made a right decision. I would rather say I made a fantastic decision. Now I am Dr. Asad Yaqub. This word doctor is giving me a lot of fame. I mean, I'm a professional doctor and I'm earning a lot of money. So I think it was just a right decision at that time, and whatever I am today, that is just the fruit of that decision which I took 6 years ago. This decision was very important because this decision was all about my career, and career is the most important thing in one's life. So when I was there, I had to choose between two careers. I mean, one was IT expert, one was being a doctor. So this was a very important decision, and this decision had to change my life afterwards. And thank God I made a nice decision, although this decision was very important, but with the help of my teachers, with the help of my parents, I made the right decision, and I'm very happy that I made this decision. Okay, now let's move on to IELTS speaking part 3. Do you think it's harder to make decisions nowadays because we have so many choices? Yes, I think so. I mean, in any field we've got so many choices, and because of these choices we are often confused, right? So it's quite hard to take any decision nowadays because there is a variety. It can be in education, it can be in career, it can be in business. I mean, wherever you go there is a variety. So I think as compared to the past, it's quite hard to take decision right now, and to decide upon one thing, it's quite difficult just because of the choices we have and all that. What are the disadvantages of asking for other people's advice when making a decision? There are many disadvantages, especially when you are making a decision and you ask other people's advice. Now first you need to see the person who is giving you advice, or the person who is your advisor. Is that person expert? Is that person experienced? Does he know about you? Does he know about what you are going to choose, or does he know about what you are going to decide between, right? So if that person knows, I mean, for example, if you need any decision in education and your advisor is an educationist, your advisor is an education expert, then it's very good. But if your advisor is a layman and you are seeking advice from a layman about the selection of subjects or in your education, then that can be can be very dangerous, and there are many disadvantages of this type of advice and these type of advisors. So it depends actually who is the advisor. If advisor is appropriate, then there are advantages of it, otherwise there are many disadvantages. Why do you think some people are better at making decisions than others? Well, I think some people are really good at making decisions than others because they've got experience. The first thing, because if you go through experience, then you get to know, and experience is what? You decide upon different things in your life. Sometimes your decisions are right, sometimes wrong, and then you realize later on what is right and what is wrong. So experience is the only thing that makes you a good decision maker. On the other hand, it depends how many phases of your life were there, or if you went through a chapter of tough times, chapter of accidents in your life, chapter of hardships in your life, then you can become a good decision maker, because then you realize the value of things, and then you know what is good and what is bad. So experience is the most important thing, and then sometimes you can learn from other people's decision as well. Do you think children should be given the opportunity to make their own decisions? I don't think so, because children are inexperienced. Children don't know what is good for them. Children don't have that farsightedness. I mean, they only see what is in front of them, and on the basis of that they decide. Whereas the parents, they can see far. They can see, I mean, the effect of that very decision. Children can only see the present situation of the decision, but parents can see the future of the decision as well. That's why I think children should not be allowed to take decisions, especially the decision about their education, decision about their career, and these type of decisions, and they should be in the hands of parents. When the children grow up and they become mature, then they should be given permission to take their own decisions. But for children, parents are the best decision makers. What kind of decisions? It can be any decision. It can be decision about education, about studies. Then it can be decision about joining any academy. It can be the decision of selection of subjects. It can be the decision on buying anything. I mean, if children, they need to buy something, they should ask their parents, and then they should decide mutually. So it can be any decision which is related to life, which is related to educational life, social life, and all that. Some people say we only learn by making mistakes. Do you agree? I agree, but it depends. I mean, no doubt we learn from mistakes. It is also said mistakes are the best teachers. Mistakes provide us an opportunity to learn. We learn a lot from mistakes, but sometimes, or at present, what we need to do, we need to learn from other people's mistakes. We need to keep an eye on everyone. We need to be watchful about our surroundings, about our friends, about our family, about our relatives, what people are doing and how much successful they are. So I think it's a good idea to learn from other people's mistakes. Although we can learn a lot from our own mistakes, but our own mistake will cost us a lot, and we'll have to pay the price of that as well. That's why it's a good idea to learn from other people's mistakes, and no doubt we learn from our mistakes, and next time we are careful, we don't repeat that very mistake, and that thing makes us a good decision maker. Thank you very much. That's the end of your IELTS speaking test. I wish you a lovely day. Take care. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. You too have a lovely day.